guys, it's Frosting, and today we're doing something a little bit different than I normally do. Instead of actually giving you my thoughts on video, today is kind of a sneak peek for my future plan for a series on my thoughts on Monster High. I don't know if you guys know this about me or not, but I am a huge Monster High fan. I've been a fan of it since it came out like a year after I was born, so I think it came out in like 2009, 2010-ish, and I was born in 2008. So I've been a fan basically my entire life. I've got a giant shelf dedicated to it now, and I love it so much. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've finally gotten around to it. So here we go. And what I mean by sneak peek is basically I'm just going to be telling you guys all about my plans for said series, and of course leaving it open for suggestions or comments, or maybe even questions if you guys want to leave those down in the comments below. So, stay tuned to watch the full thing, and let's get into my plan. Okay, so the plan for this series is it's going to be a long-running series covering everything from G1 all the way up to G3, and that includes movies, it includes the webisodes, it includes any other random, Monster High games that I can find. I might have to go get a Wii U to play some of them. How does one acquire a Wii U or a DS? And where do I get the Monster High games at? Because I would buy one specifically for that. Right? I think my friend has a Wii. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, gotta play the Monster High games somehow and figure out how to rank those in there. I'm gonna include the dolls. I'm gonna include the songs. I'm gonna include the characters. It's gonna be everything all packed up into one thing. And yes, I'm including G2. And yes, I actually like G2. I don't understand why people don't. I mean, Electrified kind of brings it down, but G2 overall isn't half bad in my opinion, so I will be including that in here. Also, each movie, show, and game is gonna get its own video. So, for example, the first one that I'm going to make is my thoughts on the webisodes, since that was the first thing to come out for Monster High. There's a 6-hour compilation on YouTube posted by Mattel. Not Mattel, I think it's the Monster High YouTube channel. And I'm going to have to go through and watch that again and just take notes on all of my thoughts and episode title this, thoughts this, And I will figure that out. I think there's also a playlist where they're all there separately, so that might be easier, but I'll have to do that. And I'm going to just basically talk about, Monster High, the concept, any cool stuff I know about it, all kinds of things like that. And then from there, I'll do New Ghoul at School, and then the Scaremaster Collection, and then Frydon, and then just continue in release date order from there. Next up, I'm also doing a separate character ranking from each movie. Because of the fact that there's too many Monster High characters to put them all in one video, I would be rambling for 3 hours. Excuse me. If I put all of the characters in one video, I would be rambling for 3 hours. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank each character in the movies as they show up. For example, let's take Fright's Camera Action, right? In that movie, we get introduced to Elizabeth and Viperine, and Claudine's sister, Claudia, and Honey Swamp, and a whole bunch of other, random background characters, as well as, more development on ours, the main people. So in that ranking, I would rank all of the new characters, and then kind of, give a scale of 1 to 10 ranking on the main cast, depending on how much I liked them in that movie. And then, of course, every character that has at least one line in every movie will get ranked. And this also gives me a fun excuse to watch all the Monster High movies again, because I have all of them on DVD, and there's a channel that I know that posts them on YouTube, but I'm not going to mention any names, because I don't want them to get taken down. They're doing a good job. Anyway, I get to go watch all the Monster High movies again, and kind of collect my thoughts. And I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and I'm super excited. Continuing on with this, all of the videos will include, wait for it, I woke up 20 minutes before filming this, and my voice hasn't had enough time to get adjusted to life yet. So here we are. Okay. First video in the series, except for this one, is going to be my Monster High doll wish list. I've had it as a Google slide for a while, and it's just a bunch of pictures of the dolls that I want, but it's going to be fun to talk about, especially since I get to mention which ones I've wanted and now have, etc. Then I'm gonna do... Oh my god, Frosted, get it together today. Good lord. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do each movie and show separately. There might be some other stuff included in between there, and I'm still gonna make videos about other things too. Like, I might have this one, and then the Doll Wish List one, and then I think maybe my next video after that might be thoughts on Princess Peach Showtime, because I recently got to the point where I'm finished enough with the game to talk about it, and I have thoughts. I have so many thoughts. Okay, here we go. Next up is, you guys know how to read, so we're not going to go into there. Song ranking for G1 and 2. I'm going to go through Monster High's Spotify account and grab all the G1 and 2 songs and rank them in a video. And then I'm also going to do a song ranking for G3. There's a lot more for G3 because of the TV show that has songs in it, and of course the movies, and meaning that I have to go watch that again. Yay! The first one wasn't terrible, actually. The second one for G3 movie is awful. The first one was decent at best, but it's not, like, bad. So I get to go watch that again. I'm also going to do random stuff that's not enough for a whole video. Like, for example, my controversial thoughts on Monster High. I have a lot of them, but the one that I'm going to bring up now as, like, a sort of, like, the sneak peek into what I'm going to be talking about is that Ghoulia is not a representation of being mute. She speaks zombie. She does have a language, and she does speak in the movies in G1. She speaks zombie, and the other characters learned how to speak zombie for her so that they can understand her, and that's why they respond so well to her in the movie, right? So, Ghoulia being able to speak English in G3 is not that big of a deal, because they just decided not to include the zombie bit, right? It's not that complicated. I think people got really mad at G3 Ghoulia being able to talk because of the fact that they're like, oh, she was nonverbal in G1 and now she's not. Shut the fuck up. No. It's just not the case. It's misinformation. It's just not true. My other controversial thought being that I actually kind of like G2 and that there's a lot of dolls in G2 that I really want and think are really pretty. There's some that are really bad. Don't get me wrong. There are some aspects of G2 that is really, really bad. However, most of it's good. Alright, let's see. I also want to do a thoughts on video for the video games. I think if I can't find a way to play them myself, I will watch somebody else playing them and give my thoughts based on, like, how hard it looks and how, like, just overall, like, looks of the game and maybe, like, plot of them and see, like, if I can figure it out from there. Ideally, I would like to play them myself and then make the thoughts on video, because then, like, I could highlight my own, like, struggles and thoughts on it straight out, like, from my own head. But if I can't, then I'll have to work with what I can. Let's see. I also want to do character rankings. And then, as a final, like, to finish off the series, I want to do thoughts on Ever After High. Just because of the fact that Ever After High and Monster High take place in the same universe. So it wouldn't really make any sense to rank Monster High stuff and to not talk about Ever After High. Especially since they had a crossover since, like, that almost could have happened. You know, like, there's a ton of stuff in G1 that, like, references it being in the same universe, like Cupid and Astronova and the crossover movie that could have happened. And I will be talking about all of that in one video, and I'm super excited for it. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Just wanted to share my future plans with you guys and leave it open to suggestions if any of you have thoughts or opinions or comments or concerns or anything you want to share with me. Next video in this series that's going to come out is the Monster High doll wish list, which I'm about to go film as soon as I stop recording this, because I like to film 2 things in one day. So, I hope that all of you have a good day, night, or whatever time it is that you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody!